I hate you, Jimmy Buffett. I hate you so much. God. I'm rolling.
We're rolling.
This is what's happening. This is a story of a kid with a tail. He got a tail, he's got a monkey tail. Went through a lot of shit. To sum up Dragon Ball real quick, he fought through a lot of shit. He destroyed an entire army. The kid's got a tail the entire time. Saved the Earth a couple times. That's cool, that's great. We're getting into Dragon Ball Z right now. Let's do this. So, Dragon Ball Z starts off with people hanging out, man. They're hanging out. There's a lot of good friends. Goku's made a lot of friends over the years. Made a lot of friends. Got this guy named, this lady named Bulma. Guys dude named Yamcha. Fucking Super whatever. Tien, Chaozu, Krillin, bald-headed kid. All that shit is fucking cool. Anyway, Goku is finally defeated King Piccolo Jr. and all that shit. We'll talk about that some other time, but he defeated Piccolo Jr. Everything's cool. They be hanging out, and the entire story starts with a farmer with a shotgun. That's where this story really starts. So, farmer with shotguns hanging out there. He actually doesn't have a shotgun. Yeah, he's just chilling. And he sees this shit just fucking ravages land. He's like, yo, man, well, first of all, I'm a farmer. Second of all, I do have a gun, so I'm gonna get that. Goes and gets that gun. Walks up, and there's this dude that comes out of this, like, crazy thing that landed. Got big-ass hair, looking like just crazy as shit. And farmer's like, well, doesn't really matter, because I got a gun, so not really a big issue. So the dude with the big-ass hair, like, he hits his thing. He's got this thing on his eye. He hits this thing on his eye, and this is 2. And dude with the crazy hair is like, yo, man, 2, like, this shit is weak as fuck. And farmer's like, yeah, well, all right, that's whatever, man. Just get off my land, like, whatever. Fuck you completely. And so farmer is like, oh, and he shoots the fucking shotgun at this apparently space invader. Space invader catches his bullet. Space invader flicks his bullet back at him. And as far as we know, absolutely murders farmer. Because, you know, you got a bullet coming right back at you real quick. And Space Invader is just like, well, that fucking sucks. And farmer's like, well, that fucking sucks. I wish I was a bigger part of the story. It's like, no, you're dead. You were just here to make shit. So, Space Invader, he's like, all right, man, well, I came here for a reason, so I'm gonna start looking for some shit. So he hits his little shit on his fucking eye, and he's like, yo, let me look around for some shit. And he sees like this big number. He's like, all right, man, well, that must be what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for strong people. Obviously, strong people. So he blasts off. He blasts off his hair and all that shit. In the meantime, we got you know, a lot of people chilling at Kami House. This is where all of Goku's friends stay at. This is where all his buds stay out and all this shit. And they're all chilling. They're like, yo, man, this is dope. Like, Piccolo Jr.'s dead. Like, we're all chilling. Like, this is fun. Like, this is a good time. And we hadn't seen Goku in a while, but whatever. Goku, like, shows up every now and then. He saves the world. Who gives a fuck? So they're all chilling and having a good time. And then Goku shows up on his flying Nimbus. The flying Nimbus can only hold people that are pure. And Goku apparently is pure, even though he's kind of a garbage person, but whatever. And they're like, oh man, Goku, like Goku, you're here. Like, oh my God, that's so cool. And he's like, yeah, man, yeah, I'm here. Like, oh my God, like Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Bulma, Master Roshi, they're all like, yo, man, like, it's so long. Last time I saw you, you know, you had the whole Piccolo Jr. thing going on, and you wiped that out. Like, that's sick. And Goku's like, oh man, no, I'm back. And he's got this kid behind him. The kid comes out, and he's got a little Dragon Ball on his head and all this shit. And they're like, well, who's the kid? And he's like, oh yeah, by the way, that's my kid. Like I made him, I created him. Everybody's shocked. They're like, oh my God, that's your kid? Like you actually made that kid, like holy shit. Because you definitely should not be a father in like really any sort of capacity whatsoever. But damn man, that's your kid? He's like, yeah, his name's Gohan. He's like fucking little rice and shit. And he's like, oh man, like, well, that's cool. We hadn't seen you in a while, whatever. So they're catching up. They're catching up. They're doing all this shit. They're talking. And Goku's like, yeah, go on, Rice, all that shit. In the meantime, we got Mr. Space Invader, Mr. Dude that just landed down and fucked up some shit for the farmer. He found somebody he was looking for. So he goes up and he sees this green motherfucker just sitting like up on a rock, just looking stoic as shit and shit. It's like, yo man, like your power level, man, your power level's kind of legit. And the dude, we'll call him Piccolo for now. And dude's like, yo man, yeah, my power level is kind of legit. Like it's kind of pretty all right. And Rad's like, hey man, that's pretty dope. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. And Piccolo's like, yeah man, it is pretty dope. Like, it's pretty fucking sick. And then Rad's like, well, I'm gonna kill you now. And Piccolo's like, wait, what? And so Rad's like starts fucking charging up this shit in his fucking hand. He's just like, just starts charging up this shit. And Piccolo's looking at him like, oh shit, like, shit, man. What the fuck is that? And then Raz is like, watch the birdie, or like fucking be gone, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever. Regardless, you're gonna fucking die, motherfucker. And Piccolo starts looking at the shit he's charging up. He's like, I can't fucking deal with that shit, man. Like I can't fucking deal with that shit. Like if he comes at me with that shit, like I'm gonna fucking die. And he's like, all right, well that's cool, because you're about to fucking die. And Raz is like, yo. And then right before he lunges at Piccolo, he stops, and his little thing on his little eye on his shit, he starts beeping. And he starts looking, he's like, oh shit, there's another big power level around here. There's another big power level around here. That must be the little carrot. And Piccolo's like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yo, first of all, you're green, so I didn't really give a fuck about you in the first place. Second of all, I got shit to do. So I'm gonna peace out for now, but you already see my power. I'm pretty dope. I'll peace out. And so he pieces out, and that's what he does. And so Piccolo's like, shit. Goddamn. Shit. Damn. Fuck. And so we cut back to Kami House, where we got Goku, all them friends hanging, all this shit, and they're having a good time. It's fun. They already know Goku's got a son. They know all this shit. It's cool as shit. Like, it's cool, whatever. And they're all hanging out, and they look up and they see this motherfucker with huge hair. And Goku's like, something bad's happening. And they look up and they see that they got this motherfucker with huge hair. He lands. He's like, yo guys, what's up? Like, we are really afraid of you. What the fuck is going on? He's like, oh yeah, by the way, my name's Raditz. I am here to see a little Kakarot action. And everybody's like, well, we don't know what the fuck Kakarot is. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, whatever. Like, sound like fucking idiot. And Goku's like, yeah, we don't know who Kakarot is. And Raditz looks at Goku. He's like, oh, by the way, you're Kakarot. And Goku's like, oh, and everybody's all shocked. Oh, whatever. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? My name's Goku. It's like, no, dog. Your name's Kakarot. You're a part of the race of the Saiyans. So real quick, let me just tell you, our entire race was designed to just completely take over, like, planets. Like, we were sent to planets and we were there to destroy them. And you were sent to Earth, and that was your plan, was to destroy Earth. So you should have destroyed Earth by now. Don't really know why you haven't, and I'm kind of trying to figure that out. And Goku's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but you sound like a fucking idiot. Like, I like my friends. I think Bulma's, like, super fucking smart and super fucking hot. And I also think Krillin, no matter how bald he is and how short he is, he's kind of dope and, like, the most clutch person in the world. And Raditz is like, yo, dog, did you hit your head? And he's like, what? And he's like, you hit your head. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, when you were a baby, when you were a child, someone dropped you on your head. And Goku's like, oh, let me think. And so he thinks about it, and he thinks about his grandpa who took him, who started taking care of him. And apparently when his grandpa picked him up, he first dropped him on his head. And he got dropped pretty hard. And Goku's like, well, yeah, man, like, yeah, I might have got dropped on my head. Like, I might have brain damage. Like, whatever, man, what the fuck is up? It's like, yo, man, he's like, that is the reason why you don't want to destroy this planet, is because you got dropped on your head and you forgot everything about your Saiyan shit. And Goku's like, well, I don't really care, man. Like brain damage or not, like, fuck you, like, completely. And Raditz is like, all right, well, that's not really cool. Not only, like, first of all, I'm also gonna tell you real quick that you're my brother. And everybody's like, oh. And you're like, what? It's like, no, yeah, you're literally my brother. Like, you're my brother. Like, we're Saiyans. Like, we're supposed to be together. We're supposed to be getting this shit. And after all that, Goku's like, dude, man, like, honestly, I don't give a shit if you're my brother. I don't give a shit if I have, like, severe brain damage, which I probably do. Like, you can kind of go fuck yourself, man. Like, you can kind of go fuck yourself. Like, I don't want to do any of this shit that you're doing. And Raditz is like, all right, man. Well, that's cool. But I am definitely going to take your kid. And Goku's like, what? And then Raditz just kicks the shit out of Goku. Just fucking knocks the fuck out of Goku. And just takes Gohan, a little rice ball, grabs him, just fucking flies the fuck off. Raditz can just fly, by the way. Goku, like, he can fly a little bit, but, like, he's got the flying nimbus to mainly fly because he's kind of a pussy at this point. And fucking Raditz is like, I'm just definitely gonna take your kid, like, 100%.